Hello everyone, welcome back and thank you for watching. Today I have some more Easter DIYs, so I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and if you do, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and don't forget to hit the notification bell button so you can get notified every time I upload. With that being said, now let's craft. Alright, so this is what I'm going to use for the Easter sign. I'm using 3 of these packs of these eggs. I got them from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to use this wood piece that I already had. Dollar Tree does carry wood pieces that you can use instead, but they are a little bit small, so I think you do need 2 of those pieces so it can be a long one. So I'm going to start by painting this using my Waverly Antique Wax, and I'm going to just give this a light coat. While the wood piece is drying, I'm going to paint 3 of these eggs. As you can see, each pack has 2 eggs of the same color. Now, I did use acrylic paint, but I highly recommend you using some chalk paint instead, because acrylic paint is so light and so sheer that you need like several coats for you to get the color you want. Now, I did start with this green, which honestly I had to give this like 10 coats. I'm just kidding, like 5 of them so I can get the color I wanted. Now, the next one, I am going to paint it a light blue, but it was so sheer that I did have to go over it with some chalk paint, but I didn't have a light blue, so I did use this dark book. Oh my gosh, this dark blue or aqua blue. And then once it was dry, I went back with the same light blue. And look how different it looks when you go with some chalk paint. Here I am going to go over it with some white chalk paint. And honestly, all I needed was 1 coat of paint. Now, don't worry if you go in the lines, because you can easily fix that by going over it with some sharp scissors like this. And I did have to do that to all of my eggs, because even though I tried to not go in the lines, I still did. Now, for the letters for the word Easter, you can use these Dollar Tree poster sticker letters. They're just going to be small for the egg, as you can see. What I'm using is these burlap letters that I got from Walmart a while back. They were so inexpensive. And I didn't have another E, but I have used this pack several times already, so I ran out of the E's, and for the E I decided to just use an F and a Z. Now for the A, I am going to make a little bunny, and I'm using this beautiful scrapbook paper that I got from Hobby Lobby. And this bunny, now I did try to trace it and make like a bigger head, but I didn't like how that looked on the egg, so I went back and just traced the normal size instead. Now I'm going to just use some Elmer's glue stick to glue the bunny head in the center of the egg. Now for the letters, what I love about these is that they already come with adhesive. All I have to do is peel the paper on the back and then just place them on the egg. Now I'm going to show you how I did my E. So all I did was just cut a piece of the F and attached it to the bottom part of the, oh my gosh, I keep saying F and it's a Z. I cut the piece of the Z, not the F. And once I glued this to the egg, I then glued the other little piece, and voila, I have an E now. To decorate my egg a little more, I'm going to make a jute twine bow so I can add this to my white egg. So I thought I was finished, and I was going to start gluing my eggs to the wood sign, but I didn't like how the holes look. So what I decided to do is add hot glue, and then I started adding the same paint color, but that didn't cover it, and you could still see a lot of the hot glue and the little holes. So what I decided to do instead was just add some greenery and some bows to the eggs. So to 3 eggs I did add some bows, and to 3 of them I added the greenery. And I'm using this beautiful boxwood greenery that I got from Walmart. It was 97 cents. So what I did to the white egg is, instead of adding a small little bow, I decided to add a bigger one. And I think this looks so much better like this. What do you guys think? Now the last thing I did was just glue the eggs to my wood. And I did use some Jenga blocks for extra reinforcement. And that is it for this beautiful tabletop Easter sign. For my next DIY, I'm going to use this bunny that I got from the Dollar Tree. Now I'm going to start by removing the little 3D pieces, the ears and the tail. And I'm using a knife. Now you do have to be very careful, if not it is going to break. It's probably easier if you use the blow dryer. I will be using the Waverly Antique Wax to paint the ear parts, and for the tail I'm going to use some white chalk. Alright, so now I'm going to set these aside and let it dry. Meanwhile, I'm going to work on the bunny, and I'm going to use the leftover scrapbooking paper. And one mistake I did was to trace the bunny this way. I did have to flip it over so then I can add the scrapbooking paper on this side instead of using the back. So because I did this, I did have to cut my little 3D bunny ear part so it can fit on the ears, because if not it'll look weird. Hopefully I made sense. To glue the scrapbooking paper, I'm using my Elmer's glue stick, and as you can see, I am going to glue it to the back of the bunny instead of using the front. That is just because the way I traced it, the bunny. I'm going to now use hot glue to glue the little tail and the ear part. And now you can leave the bunny like this. Look how beautiful this looks. But I decided to just add some greenery, and I'm using the boxwood greenery. I did tie 2 stems together and then glue them on top of the head. And because you can see the little jute twine, I decided to just make a jute twine bow and add it there. And that is it for this Easter bunny. I think it turned out beautiful, and I cannot wait to start decorating my home. Alright, so for my next DIY, I'm going to use this piece of wood sign that I got from the Dollar Tree. Now, I got this on clearance for 50 cents because I guess there is missing parts, which I didn't mind because I saved me the trouble of trying to remove whatever was on this. So now the next thing I will be doing is just using some white chalk paint to paint the front Now I didn't paint the entire thing because I am going to add the scrapbooking paper as a border. For the frame, I will be using the antique wax. I didn't have enough of the scrapbooking paper, so instead of going all around the frame, I am going to add a strip to the top and one to the bottom. And I didn't have enough for the bottom strip, so what I decided to do is improvise like I always do. I just cut a piece of another little piece of the scrapbooking paper and attached it at the end. Once it's glued, you'll never notice that I had to attach two pieces to make one. Now I'm using the Elmer's glue stick to glue this. So most of you guys know that in each video I love when everything coordinates together, and I was missing some burlap on this sign and I didn't know what to add. So then I remember I had this burlap ribbon that I got from Dollar Tree a while back, and I decided to use it. I am going to add some to the top and the bottom. And I honestly think this made the sign look so much better. It made the paper with the white blend in together. Now you have a beautiful white canvas and you can add whatever you like to this. I thought of adding my initial, but then I remember I already had the bunny with my initial. So I decided to write the word happy. I honestly erased this like 2 to 3 times until I like how it looked because I don't have the best handwriting. I was so close on giving up, but then I was like, let me go over it with the paint marker and make some parts a little bit thicker, and maybe this can even my letters out, which it totally did, and I'm glad I didn't give up. Now the last thing I did was put the same string on the sign and added a jute twine bow on the corner. And that is it for this happy sign. And that is it for these beautiful Easter home decor DIYs. Let me know down in the comment section which one was your favorite, because I would love to know. So thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, bye.